The addiction is real. So guys, you want to start a YouTube channel. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to show you some quick, free, and affordable ways to do that. Let's start. What's up guys? My name is Phil and welcome to my new channel. This channel is going to be dedicated to my fellow YouTubers especially because I've been getting a lot of comments from my first YouTube channel, Miranda Detailing. If you want to check that out, check out the links down below or click in that card over there, wherever it goes. I still don't remember. It's going to be dedicated to you guys first because I've been getting a lot of questions as to what I use to record, how do I edit, all those different YouTube type questions. Now, I am no professional photographer or videographer or editor or anything like that. I do not claim to be. However, I've learned a lot over the past couple of years from running that first channel. And I've definitely upgraded a lot of things along the way. As you can see, I have in my little office space here, much better lighting situation, much better audio situation. Everything is much improved, but it took time to get there. So this first video is going to show you how and what you can record on and how you can edit. Now, first things first, you do not need to go and buy thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I eventually upgraded to a nicer camera. Granted, it's not a super high-end camera, it's not a very expensive one, but it gets the job done and the quality is very, very good. As well as the audio, the computer that I use to edit on, the lighting, and so on. So guys, what can you use to record your videos? Your phone. If you have a smartphone, the camera and the audio on those devices is amazing. So start with that first. Here's a tip. If you are a little nervous or uncomfortable in front of the camera, get yourself used to it. If you have the front-facing camera on your phone, then go ahead and just start filming yourself. Just go ahead and do it, just so you get used to the camera, what your face looks like, facial expressions, your voice, things that you want to say, how you want to introduce yourself, all those things get out of the way. Break the ice first so that you can feel more comfortable. I did it. There's a lot of footage that I recorded when I first started the channel that never made it to the channel and never will. It was long deleted. But it was basically to get me started, to get me feeling comfortable with recording and hearing myself talk. And it got me comfortable with the words that I'm trying to say, the phrases, the terms. So I'm doing this unscripted. I don't write a script. I kind of do it mentally and then I kind of shoot from the hip when I'm talking to you guys. Now, there's going to be a lot of jump cuts and editing because there may be things in the middle that don't need to be said or dead space, something like that, like this. But I forgot. So things like that. You can cut all that stuff out because it's unusable. Anyway, start using your camera. If you have an iPhone or an Android device, the video and the audio on those devices is going to be amazing. You can even use tablets. So if you have your larger Samsungs or iPads, the video and audio on those devices are, again, exceptional. So start to use that to record your video. Now, if you want, you can splurge and get a cheap lav mic and connect it to your phone and connect it to your shirt like I have here. You will get better audio just because it's close to your face and it's not picking up a ton of other ambient sound. Now, what about editing? Now, I'm not sure about Android devices because I don't have one, but I do have an iPhone and I use iMovie. On your phone or tablet is free and it's a very powerful program. Not as powerful as Premiere Pro or any of those other professional grade types of editing programs, but I'm not professional grade, so I'm not going to use those programs. I don't need to. I need something simple that will be fast and efficient, and iMovie gets the job done. Now, I do use another program called Filmora 9. I'll talk about that in later videos, so stay tuned. Oh, and that reminds me, subscribe. If you are going to be interested in watching these videos about how to start a YouTube channel and all the gear and tech that go with it from a budget standpoint, then subscribe. Click that bell. That way you get notifications and you don't miss a thing. Now let's talk about iMovie for a moment. iMovie, again, is free on all Apple devices, your phone, your iPad, and your Mac. Now, I'm running on a MacBook Pro. It's a 2013 model, so it's an older model, but I did that on purpose because with the older models, you can actually take out the hard drive and the RAM and upgrade them. So that's what I did. If you want to find out where I got this Mac, then check out the links down below. Go to macofalltrades.com and you can pick up a refurbished Mac for much cheaper than it is brand new. And you can pick up some of the older models, which is really, really great. So up to 2013 and I believe 14, you could still remove the hard drives and upgrade them. Anything beyond that, they solder them in, so you can't upgrade that. So what I did with this Mac, I bought it with 250 gigs of storage. That wasn't enough. So I bought a 1 gig solid state hard drive. That's the beauty of these machines too, are solid state hard drives. Super fast, very efficient. So I upgraded to a 1 terabyte, and now this thing runs extremely fast. 16 gigs of RAM, and it has dual video processors, so this thing is extremely fast. 2013, this thing still is a workhorse. I'll show you some more info and more videos on the MacBook Pro, why I purchased it, and again, you can get it at macofalltrades.com. So I'm going to bring you guys into the editing program that I'm using, iMovie, on my Mac, and just briefly show you some quick editing tips on how to begin with iMovie. Here's what iMovie looks like when you first open the program. You're going to have your project media and libraries over here. Here is where you will see all of your imported media. You'll see the video over here, and then you will see your timeline down below here. Now again, this is going to be the basics, so let's bring in some footage. I'm going to select from my hard drive some footage. So let's select this video here called Trim Showdown. This is a video that I need to start editing. And as you can see, all the footage is pulled in here, and it is in order of how we recorded it. So let's pull in the first video, drag it down to the timeline. Now, one of the really cool features with the Mac devices is you can use this trackpad for a lot of shortcuts. For instance, you can use it to pinch, to zoom in or out. So you can do that with your timeline here. You can pinch to zoom out, which stretches out the timeline so that you can see more individual frames. Now, here's what I do when I start to edit. I will zoom in to the timeline because there's going to be a couple of seconds of footage that you don't need in the beginning. So what you can do is use shortcuts to cut and edit this video. Here's the first shortcut that you need to learn. Command B. That's going to slice the video right there where it begins, and you can press delete, make sure that that box is highlighted yellow, and it will delete that frame. Now it starts from the beginning of the video.
What's up guys, my name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos.
And you can go from there. Now you can see in the timeline here where there might be some dead space, and you can do what's called jump cutting, which is selecting that dead space, cutting right where I stop talking, and right when I begin talking again, and delete that little space there. Now, it will cut out that space. You don't need to do that. I do that a lot of the times because I want to reduce the amount of time in my videos. So I'll jump cut and make things more efficient. Now you can shrink down the timeline, and if you are satisfied with how your video looks, cutting out any of the dead space, and making sure that everything is nice and concise, then you can go ahead and add the next video, and you'll notice that there will be a little bar here where you can add transitions. So if you go to your transitions menu up here, you'll have all these different transitions. Here's a favorite of mine. You can drag it and pull it in between the videos. You can also determine the duration of that transition. So think about how long you want that transition to be. 1 second or even less. Here's what it looks like for 1 second.
All right. Okay, so both products.
That can work, but I like to make it a little bit shorter.
It is looking better. All right. Okay, so
it's smoother, it's faster, that's just my preference. You can do whatever you choose in choosing these transitions. Now here's something you can do also to each video is improve the color and the audio just a little bit more. If you go up to this little menu here, you'll see all these different options. We'll talk about these in later videos. If you do the little magic wand here, this will, as it says in the little pop-up, automatically improve the video and audio quality of the selected clip. So this does things automatically. Now you may notice a change or you may not. If the video already looks pretty good as far as color and light and contrast, then you won't see much of a change. But what you can do is also mess with the audio. So the audio, you will notice, is now louder and a little bit more improved.
MC truck, and we do this one maybe about.
Now when it comes to audio, you notice that you have a couple of different options up here. The audio was automatically improved, it got a little bit louder, and then you can also choose to lower volume of other clips here. Now what is that going to do? If you go into your audio section and pull in, for instance, a song. Let's pull in this song. Pull it and drag it down to the timeline. You can adjust the volume here So I'll put it at about 50% or so. And to select the clips that you want, you can either drag a little box like that, or you can select the clip, press Command and hold down on it, and select any other clip, and it will select it. Then what we can do is go to Audio, and I will have the lower volume of other clips enabled. That will lower the volume of the music that's set below it. And here you can adjust how low you want that music to be. So I'm going to put it about a quarter of the way. That way when I'm talking, it's not going to be overpowering.
What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos. So we are on site and we are detailing a regular customer's vehicle. It is a GMC.
So you can hear the music in the background and it's starting to fade in, but it's not overpowering. Now there's other things like animated graphics, like my logo here that I can put into the video for my intro. And I'll show you how we made that. We made that with Fiverr. In fact, someone else made it for us on Fiverr. So I'll put the links to that down below. You can choose your logo and then you can have them animate it in a variety of different ways to use. So I'm going to pull in my pre-made one here, and now this will go into the video.
And we are detailing.
Now, of course, that wasn't properly cut there, but just for demonstration purposes, this is what it looks like.
A regular customer's vehicle. It is a...
Now, suppose all of your video and audio, everything is edited the way that you want. Then you're going to go to the box up here in the upper right-hand corner. You can email it, you can publish it to YouTube, prepare it for Facebook, you can prepare it for Vimeo, you can just have a still image, or if you press File here, this is where you have many different choices, both video and audio, your resolution, so 1080p at 60 frames per second. The quality you can do either high, or you can customize it. Best, this pro resolution is really going to be a very high quality video, but you'll notice 26 gigabytes, that is way too much. So what I do is go to custom and I will put it all the way up as high as it will go for the megabits per second. And this actually produces a very high quality video without it being that many gigabytes. Then you can do compression, faster or better quality. Now, when it comes to these two, I always just choose better quality because it's going to be rendering very fast anyway. If you choose faster, it will still be good quality, but you do kind of risk a little bit of the quality in the video. But really, it's negligible. You'll barely even notice it. But again, I'll go with best quality. Then you can hit next, name your file, and where you want to save it, which I usually save it on my desktop and then import it into YouTube right from there. Now, there's a lot of other things in iMovie that I want to show you, but we'll split that up into separate videos. This is just a basic introduction to get you started. And if you have any questions, then let me know down below what questions you have and what we can do in the next video. Oh, can't help myself. That's the basics when it comes to iMovie and getting yourself started. It's just an intro. I know it kind of jumped around a little bit, but we will get into more and more detail as we we have to cut that out, right? We will get into more detail later with recording and editing. But this channel, again, is going to show you all the ins and outs, the gear that we use, not necessarily the best gear, but what we use in our YouTube channel. And again, helping you guys record and edit for YouTube on a budget. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for further videos. We'll be posting each week. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, click the notification button. That way you don't miss a thing. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.